This is your WW3 news, always on Thursday morning. Now, markets regarding crude oil, despite the situation in the new normal, is pretty calm. But there was a significant rise in the two ranking types of crude oil, Brent, and the other one, which is WTI. And usually when Trump makes a speech, Trump shit is known, the markets, and they go in such an enthusiasm like this. Reason to believe some suspect there's a bit of inside trading, and even here as well. It's not so much of an increase which, in a certain quantity going up, which attract attention in some way. No, that little increase, when there are tensions, escalations, that type of atmosphere, or actually when they go into full battle combat, and the Israelis and Americans and the Iranians, that goes up, and obviously this creates instability on the markets, and has negative consequences throughout the world, globally speaking, in commerce. Well, they are building up, and it's a question of time when they're going to hit, and how hard they're going to hit, and how hard the Iranians, if they're capable to respond, they can easily target. They have the capacity to knock out, or probably the Israelis and Americans wanted to take out these missile cities before even they open the hatch, or even launch the missiles, whatever. That's another thing. Russia. Now, Putin had a phone call with Trump, and he put him on his guard regarding the consequences of engaging in another full mode war with Iran. That will be dark consequences. Probably there'll be maybe an involvement with the Russians, or what? You got to think it's not there for regime change. This is on the southern part of Russia, and obviously probably heard about Prince Charles visiting America at Congress. Warmongering. Russia, we could fight them one day, we'll probably go to war with them. Sooner or later, that will be the scenario if they reason in this way. And regarding Putin, some say people in his country, the military people, be getting a bit restless and say, and really getting tired of this so-called special operations has been dragging on for about 4 years, and he's chirurgically hitting these Ukrainians, which are run by NATO, basically. The Russians have the capability, probably in a few days, to put Ukraine probably on its knees, attack their infrastructure, industrial complex. I think you shouldn't have done that from day one, really, but I think it's got something to do with international public relations. If the world responds negative, anyway, they respond negative. The West sanctions, all that bullshit. And probably the fact is, with these oligarchies, say Putin is under the influence, the Russian military complex, like the American ones, to retool the Russian economy for future war. This could be the case. Because I probably know, well, one of these days in the near future, they will probably have to, go to war with Europe. And they will need a lot of conscripts and a lot of military hardware. And obviously, you have to start churning out non-necessary ornaments for that. And as for the rest, anything could happen in the next sound. It's been like watching an episode of Thunderbirds.